Yeah.
So go ahead and come to a comfortable seat and sit up nice and tall. We're getting ready for the holidays. I have on my antlers, which will not stay on because from prior experience, I know that they don't work well in downward facing dog. So let your hands rest on your lap. Let your eyes close. Let your jaw soften or chew, either. Take a big inhale. And then slowly exhale out all that air. Take another inhale. Feel your hips ground down into the mat. Feel the crown of your head reach up to the sky above. And exhale everything out. Another inhale, feeling your rib cage expand. Let your shoulders soften, let your jaw relax. And your next inhale, reach your arms out to the side, up overhead, letting your fingertips touch. Breathe here. Exhale, press all the air back down to the ground. Nice. Inhale out and up. Exhale, press back down. Keeping your right hand on the ground, reach your left arm up. Reach it up higher and then exhale over to the right. Float through center, let your left hand come down, reach your right arm up, exhale over to the left. Take this in a little bit more of a flow, coming all the way over, reach your left arm to the right. And flow through center, reach your right arm to the left. Flow through center, reach your left arm to the right. Stay here. Maybe your right elbow comes closer down to the ground. Maybe you twist and look over your back shoulder, extending your left fingertips. And now flow through center, bringing your right arm up and over. Staying here, settling in. Deep side stretch. Maybe look back over your left shoulder. And come back up to center. Make your way into your tabletop position. Lining your hands up under your shoulders, your knees up under your hips. We're going to curl our toes under and we're going to press our hips back, coming into a tuck-toed child's pose. See if you can put a little bit more weight into your toes. And then walk your hands over to the right. Placing your left hand on top of your right arm, maybe bringing your head in between your arms so your ears are in line with your bicep. And now walk back through center, over to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left hand. And then come back to center. Draw yourself back up into your tabletop position. Go ahead and pat your feet on the mat a little bit to loosen up those toes. And then come back to lining up your shoulders over your wrists, your knees under your hips. Drop your belly. Inhale, open your heart. Think about the heels of your hands drawing back towards your kneecaps. And then exhale, round your spine, pressing into your fingerprints, your finger pads, rounding, lengthening your tailbone down, and then drop back in to your cow spine, letting your belly come down to the mat, reaching your hips up, opening your heart forward. Exhale, round into that cat spine. One more, drop, open your heart. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Reach your left leg back behind you. Turn your right fingertips towards your right knee. And then do a little rocking back and forth. So you're stretching out your right forearm and the back of your left leg. A little bit of opposition here. And then come back to center. Extend your right leg behind you, your left fingertips towards you, and rock back and forth. Nice. Come back to center. So we're going to do cat-cow in the other direction. So you're going to still round your spine, but as you drop it, you're going to shift over to the right and then through center and then over to the left as you come back to that center raised position. So in a log shape, I don't know, that's a good circle shape, tire shape, something like that, where you're going around. We'll do 3 and then we'll switch the direction. So in the other direction. And you can soften your elbows a little bit more in this, maybe letting your shoulders roll out. We want to try and get our spine to move in multiple different directions, lubricating those joints between the spaces between our vertebrae. The word would come to me. I knew the word would come to me. All right. Come back to your tabletop position. Slide your hands forward, curl your toes under, and slowly peel yourself up into your downward facing dog. As you're in your down dog, you're thinking about lengthening out the backs of your legs, pressing the mat away from you with your arms. Breathe here. So normally you do not wear socks when you do yoga because you don't want to slip on the mat. These are, and I do have socks on, but they have the little grippy things on the bottom. So sort of contradicting myself, but not totally. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward between your hands and lower your left knee down. Reach your arms straight up. Find your balance. Think about squaring your hips to the front of the mat. And then I want you to think about dragging this heel back. So you're activating all along the back of your right leg. And now take your right hand, press it into the outside of your right leg and reach your left arm up and over. So maybe you feel a stretch a little bit in your left hip flexor. Maybe you're getting wobbly, so press your right leg into your right arm. One more breath here. And now reach your arms back out into a T. Let your hips come forward a little bit as you reach up to the ceiling. And then on your exhale, you're going to bring your fingertips down to the mat, straighten your leg and shift your hips back. Nice. Stay here. Feel the stretch in the back of your right leg. Lengthen your spine a little bit if it's available. One more breath. And then roll back forward, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward and lower your right knee down. Reach your arms out and up. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Drive down through your left big toe, your left pinky. And now bring your left hand to the outer edge of your left leg. Reach your right arm up and exhale over to the left. Nice. And then reach your arms out to the side. As you reach up, let your hips sink forward, stretching through your hip flexor. And then exhale, rain your fingertips down as you stretch out your left leg, sitting back towards your right foot. Think about lengthening your spine as you drive your heel into the mat. And then roll back onto your left foot and step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice. Float your right foot up again. This time, bend your knee, open your hip to the right. Let your right foot come over towards your left butt cheek. And then re-extend the leg, turn the hip down so your knee is facing the ground, and draw the knee into your chest. Hover here, draw your belly button up, press the mat away, and step your right foot forward. Drop your left knee down. Reach your arms out and up. Square your hips. Pull your arms down into a cactus, and then reach them back up. Pull them back down. Find your balance. And down. Keeping your arms here in your cactus, bring your right arm to the outside of your right leg again. Reach that left arm up and exhale, bend over to the right. Breathe here. And then reach your arms out to T. Reach them up. Come into your crescent lunge. Let your hips sink forward if that's comfortable for you. And then on your exhale, shift your hips back into your half split. Walk your hands forward as you bring your hips forward and your front foot down. And then walk yourself back into that half split. Walk forward and walk back. We'll walk forward one more time. Plant your left hand, peel your right arm up. Breathe here. And then bring the right hand down, curl your left toes, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Let your hips get nice and heavy. Float your left leg up, turn the leg out, bend the knee. Breathe. Now extend the leg, turn the knee back down to the mat, square your hips. Draw your knee into your chest, hold it here for a quick second, and now step the left foot up between your hands. Lower your right knee down, reach your arms out and up, finding your 90-90, finding your balance, your core strength, inner thighs are working, and then draw your arms down, reach them back up. Draw your arms down, reach them back up. Draw your arms down. Place your left hand on the outside of your left leg. Reach your arm up. Exhale over to the left. Breathe here. And now bring your arms out to T. Bring your arms up, sink your hips forward, gaze up at the ceiling. And then exhale back into your half split. Walk your hands forward. And then walk your hands back. Walk your hands forward and back. Last time, walk your hands forward, plant your right hand, peel the left arm up. Make sure you're lifting out of your shoulders, trying to lengthen the space in your neck. And then bring your left hand down, curl your right toes, step back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Take one more breath here. Lift your heels up. Drop both heels over to the right. So you're kind of taking this weird twisted down dog, and then float your feet up through center and drop both heels over to the left. And then come back through center. Let your heels get heavy. Float your right leg up again. Bend your knee, open your hip. Maybe you can make one smooth movement where you just draw your knee out and in towards your chest, coming into that high plank, knee to chest. Slide the right foot up between your hands. Moving slow is not always fun. Lower your left knee down, reach your arms out and up. Exhale your hands down. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down to your right leg, left arm up and over. Reach your arms out, float them up as you sink your hips forward, crescent lunge. Exhale back into your half split, flex your right toes up towards the ceiling. Come back into the forward, plant your left hand, peel your right arm up. Maybe you bring your right arm back behind you, thumb to the ceiling, and then maybe you bend your left foot. Maybe they connect, maybe they don't. Take one more breath here, and then unwrap this pretzel, step back into downward facing dog. Definitely pedal it out. Bending each knee, lifting each heel. All right, float your left leg up. Bend your left knee, open your hip. And then see if from here in one fluid moment, you bring your knee out in towards your chest and then all the way up between your hands. Nice. Lower your back knee down, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, pull your elbows down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand, left leg, right arm up and over. Reach your arms out to the side, down and up into your crescent lunge. Exhale back into your half split. Walk your hands forward and then peel your left arm up to the left, twisting your torso. Reach the left arm back behind you, thumb to ceiling, and maybe you bend the right leg. See what happens. Slowly unwind, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out, and then slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Coming into a nice deep forward fold. Let your head feel heavy. Breathe here. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, drawing your belly button in, stacking your knees over your ankles, your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your hips, and centering your head between all of that. Once you're standing, shift your weight forward a little bit, shift your weight back a little bit, shift a little bit side to side. Make sure you know where the bottoms of your feet are. Lovely. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Pause here in your low lunge. Step your left leg back into downward facing dog. Pull forward into high plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale back into your downward facing dog and breathe. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, hands touch overhead. And then exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, low lunge. Step your right leg back to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin, untuck your toes. Lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, let them float down by your side. Take a breath. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your flat back. Exhale, step your right leg back, low lunge. Step your left leg back to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale, lift up through tabletop to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you, step your right foot forward, step your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way out, around and up. Once your fingertips touch, you're gonna exhale and fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left leg back. Step your right leg to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin, untuck your toes, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, palms touch. And then let your hands come down by your side. From here, we're going to check that our feet are hip distance apart. We're going to inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, sit into your chair. Now, if your arms need to come out in front of you because your shoulders are tight, go ahead and do that. Nice. Breathe here. And now stand back up. Let your arms float all the way down. You can keep your feet where they are, or if you want to experiment with your legs closer together, that is up to you. It is a personal preference. I like somewhere in between. Inhale your arms up again. Exhale, sit into chair. This time, draw your hands to your sternum, pressing the palms of your hands together. Breathe here. You should be gazing softly out in front of you. Shift your weight back into your heels. And now see if you can twist to the left, bringing your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Now notice if your hips did this. If they did that, you want to untwist a little bit and try and keep your hips a little bit more even if it means maybe coming to here or to here and not all the way. All right, unwind, come up to stand. Sorry about that. Keep breathing. All right, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Draw your hands to heart center. Breathe here. Make sure you can see your toes. And then on your next exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, if that's available. If you start feeling your hips getting really wacky, twist as far as you can. One more breath here. And now unwind, reach your arms back up to the ceiling and let your hands float down by your side. Nice. All right, move your legs a little bit. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Step your left leg to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra. Let your elbows get heavy. Feel your heart open. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. One more breath. And then on your exhale, lift your belly button up. Press yourself back into your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. From here, you're going to peel your right arm up, coming into that twist, reaching the right fingers up to the sky. Can you gaze up at your right thumb? One more breath here. And then bring the right hand down. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. As soon as your fingertips touch, you're going to start your exhale all the way back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Step your right leg to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank. Take a pause here. Make sure your spine is long. Drop both knees at the same time. Hug your elbows in, lower chest and shin. Untuck your feet, lift on up, baby cobra. Bring your forehead back down to the mat. Bring your hands to 10 and 2. Press your palms into the ground. Lift your chest up. Exhale, let your chest come back down to the ground. Adjust your arms. Maybe they come a little bit more forward. Maybe you come up onto your fingertips, into your little spider hands, and then lift your heart up. And then exhale back down. Press yourself into tabletop. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Plant your right hand down. Twist up to the left. From here, reach your right heel back. Gaze up at your left fingers if that's available. And now bring your left fingers to the ground. Bring your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale your hands down by your side. All right, we're going to try something from chair. If you get a little wobbly, don't worry, we might all fall. It's fine. It's fine. Inhale, sit back into your chair. Draw your hand to heart center. You're going to gaze out at the ground in front of you. You're going to shift your weight into your right foot, lift your left heel, and you're going to tap your left leg back. And we're going to reach on up to high lunge. We're going to bring our hands back to heart center. We're going to hinge forward, and we're going to step our left foot back to chair. We're going to stand up and take a break in between that before we do the next side. All right, sit back into chair. Hands to heart center. Shift the weight into the left foot this time. Step your right leg back. Reach your arms up, high lunge. Hands to heart center, gaze forward. Step your right foot forward. Stand all the way up. Shake it out. We're going to add a little bit onto that. Sit back into chair. This is my Christmas gift to you, my holiday gift. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist, bringing your right elbow to the outside of your left leg or wherever it comes. Peel your right heel up. This might be it for you. Subtly shift the weight into your left foot and slide your right leg back if you can. Holding on to this twist. Open your arms, bring a hand down, whatever you need to do for balance. And now bring the right foot back, untwist into your chair, stand up and let it go. All right, let's, we're just checking it out. You guys will miss me for a couple weeks. I got to leave you with a good memory. All right, other side. Sit on back. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Shift the weight into the right foot. Peel the left heel up. Stay here or experiment with stepping that left leg back. Now, I have one side that is way better than the other side. This is my B side. Hold here. And now bring the left foot back to the right. Come back to your chair pose. Stand on up and shake it out. Go ahead and do a little knocking on heaven's door. All right. That was fun. We did both sides. You did the same side. Do you want to do it again? All right, we'll do it again. Sit back in the chair. We'll do it. Twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of your left. Is this the side you did before? I have this. Slide your right leg back. Take a breath here. Slide your right leg forward. Come back to center. Stand on up. All right, we're all going to do the other side, but maybe you want to do that same side again. Inhale back to chair. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Slide your left leg back. It's always good to do something a couple times, so I don't mind. And now bring that left leg back. Come back into your chair pose and stand on up. We want to be somewhat even. Get your body used to it. All right, let's build a little series, a little flow. Inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take a breath here in your plank. Only this first one, we're gonna do a little mountain climber. So draw the right knee in, step it back. Draw the left knee in, step it back. Right knee in, left knee in. Now drop your knees, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, come into your baby cobra. Exhale, press yourself back into your tabletop, coming into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Active rest and down dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward between your hands. Drop your right heel down, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms out to the side, come on up into your warrior one. So your hips are squarish to the front of the mat. Your left toes are pointing forward, your arms are up, and then exhale, hinge forward, coming into devotional warrior. Inhale, rise back up to warrior one. Keep your inner thighs active as you exhale and hinge forward. Rise back up. We'll do one more. Hinge forward. And lift back up. From here, we're going to open into warrior two, facing the hallway. Maybe you need to adjust your front foot to make sure it's bisecting into the line of your back foot. Straighten your front leg, let your fingertips touch overhead, and then exhale, melt back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Take a breath here. And now straighten your front leg, keep reaching towards the back of the room, coming into your peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs, reach your arms into a T, reach your arm towards me, and then come all the way down into triangle, bringing your left hand to your left shin, twist and open, and come on back up, using that core strength. Turn both toes to the hallway, interlace your fingers behind your back, heels of your hands touch. Let your heart crack open to the ceiling, and then exhale, forward fold. Checking on the way down that your toes are in line. Maybe you let your hands get heavy and they come over your back, only if that is comfortable. Inhale back to a flat back, parallel to the floor. Pull your knuckles back behind you. And on your exhale, fold forward a little bit deeper. Slowly release your hands. Let them come all the way down to the ground. And then gently walk yourself towards the front of your mat, turning your toes as you go so that you're in a low lunge. Lower your right knee down, peel your left arm up. Exhale your left arm back. Bring your left arm down to the ground. Step back to plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Take 3 breaths to reset, stretching out. And now float the right leg up behind you. Step the right foot all the way forward between your legs. Drop your left heel down, press into the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your arms up, warrior one. Make any adjustments with your feet that you need to. And then exhale forward, devotional warrior. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, devotional warrior. Lift on up. One more time. Exhale, devotional warrior. Inhale up. Open into warrior two, facing the windows. Breathe here. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Reaching those right fingertips towards the back of the room. Straighten your front leg. Keep reaching back. And now reach your arms out into a T. Reach towards me as far as you can. Then bring your right hand down to your right shin or ankle or the floor. Reaching your left arm up. Now, if you notice your butt sort of pulled back behind you, can you pull it underneath you, driving the energy into your legs, supporting yourself, even though you're in this weird folded position? Take one more breath here. Lift yourself up. Turn your toes to the street. Interlace your fingers, other thumb on top, behind your back. Let your hands get heavy. Open your heart, little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Checking your feet alignment as you go down. Take a breath here. Lift on up to a flat back, pulling your knuckles back behind you, and then exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper. Let your elbows come out over your head. Release your grip, bring your fingertips to the floor, walk yourself around to the front of your mat, one hand on either side of your right foot. Lower your left knee down, plant your left hand, twist up with your right arm. Exhale it back towards the back of your mat, and then bring your right hand around, place it down, step back to plank. Breathe here. Lower your knees. Exhale, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe here in down dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Drop your right heel down. Reach your arms out and up. Warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up to warrior one. Open into warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Tap your fingers overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Straighten your leg, tap your fingers overhead. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, lift on up. Exhale, melt down. Bend your left arm, place it on your left thigh, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Drop your left hip a little bit more. Breathe here. Sitting down in your side angle. And then lift back on up to warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs, reach your arms to a T, reach towards me, come down into triangle. Right arm up, left hand down. Take one more breath here. Come back up to warrior two, bending your front knee. Bring your right hand down as you come into high lunge towards the front of your mat. Float both hands down, low lunge. Twist up to the left. Stay here or drop onto the outer edges of your feet, coming into a deep hip stretch. Breathe here. Rotate back, forward, both hands down. Step back to plank. Take a breath. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Lift on up, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Drop your left heel down, reach your arms out and up, warrior one. Exhale, hinge forward, devotional warrior. Inhale, back on up. Exhale, open into warrior two. Straighten your front leg, let your fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Lengthen and straighten. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, lift on up. Exhale, melt. Bend your right arm, place your right arm on your right thigh, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Think about using your left forearm to pull your left thigh open a little bit as you sit your hip a little bit deeper. Zoom thinks I'm giving high fives. And then come back up to warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your right leg, reach your arms into T, reach towards me. Bring your right hand down, left arm up. Nice. Engage your inner thighs. Take one more breath, come back to warrior two. Bring your left hand down as you rotate towards the front of your mat, coming into your high lunge. Exhale your fingertips down. Twist up to the right. Stay here or rotate onto the outer edges of your feet. Take another breath here. And then come back, right hand down, step your right foot back, plank pose. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down. So from here, you want to creep your right knee back a little bit so you're feeling an opening through your chest. And then you can come up onto your fingertips. That might give you a little bit more opening. Take another breath here. And now we're going to take our left hand to the outside. We're going to walk our foot over to come into pigeon. So it's a lizard to pigeon. Nice. Stay up in the pigeon and now start to fold forward. So maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe your whole forehead can come down. And once you're down there, take a moment to think about how your back leg feels. Does it feel like it's straight behind you? Because we came into this from a sideways sort of space instead of a back behind us. Maybe you have a few more adjustments you need to make. And now let go of that tension in your jaw. Let go of that tension in your forehead. You can stack your hands, maybe to give yourself a little bit more space. Slow your breath and start to peel yourself up out of this pigeon, shifting your weight onto that left butt cheek and bringing your right leg all the way out and around. So I'm opposite of you now. So your right leg is over your left. Maybe your left foot can come back and you can kind of cuddle this in a little bit if that's available. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe here. We're going to take our left hand, hook it. So we're going opposite of each other around our right knee. And then we're going to swim our right arm back behind us. Use the right hand as a kickstand to press down to lengthen your spine up, and exhale. Maybe you can twist a little bit deeper. Breathe. And now untwist all the way around to the windows and exhale down into a little mini push-up, untwisting what you just did, and then come back up to center. Make your way back into your tabletop and then into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. So we're going to float our right leg up behind us this time. We're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right hand. Lower your left knee down. You're in your lizard. So maybe here you come up onto your fingertips, maybe just your hands. Feel the opening through your inner hips. And now we're going to slowly walk our right foot over to our left wrist, dropping our right knee down to come into pigeon from the side, stretching our left leg back behind you, and then start to slowly fold forward when you feel right, making adjustments as you go down along the way. Breathing here, lengthening your spine. Letting your head come down to either stacked hands or the floor. Adjusting to what feels good. Don't feel like you have to stay in one spot the whole time. Let your body sink in, adjust, wiggle, whatever you need to do. And now slowly lift yourself up out of this. Roll onto your right hip. Swing that left leg all the way around. Crossing it over your right knee. You can snuggle your right foot in if that's available. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right arm, hook it around your left knee, so we're opposite, and then take your left arm and swing it behind you. So you should be facing the windows, and I'm facing the door. Using your arm like a kickstand, press down to feel your spine lengthen. Take one more breath here, and then come all the way around to the other side for your counter twist. Coming into even maybe a little micro push-up. And then come back up. We're going to uncross our legs and place both feet on the mat, about hip distance wide. We're going to come down onto our forearms and then windshield wiper our legs side to side. And then slide all the way down, planting your feet on the mat. We'll do two back bends. So the first one we'll do is a traditional bridge. So plant your hands down on the mat. Your feet should be hip distance apart, toes pointing away from you. You should just be able to graze the heel of your feet. Now you're going to start to roll up one vertebra at a time. So lower back starts to peel up, middle back, upper back. Keeping your legs parallel. Think about drawing your heels towards your shoulders. If it's available, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and shimmy your shoulders closer together. See if you can get the heels of your hands to touch, and if you can press the pinky side of your fist into the mat. Take another breath here. If your hands are clasped, release them and then roll down one vertebra at a time. Taking the time to see if you can feel every single one of them. And then once your hips are all the way back down on the mat, Bring your feet to the edge of your yoga mat. Let your knees touch each other. Bring a hand to your belly, a hand to your heart. And take a few breaths here. Take another back bend. I'm going to cue another bridge, but if you want to take a wheel and that's something that you do normally, go ahead and do that. But we're going to stick with bridge. So feet are pointing away from you, legs are parallel. Start to peel up your vertebra one at a time, noticing if you can feel that articulation, bringing them each up. And then reach your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, maybe the opposite thumb on top. Shimmy your shoulders together. Press down with your triceps. Press down with the pinky side of your fist. And reach your hips, belly, chest, chin up to the ceiling. Notice if you're rolling to the outer edges of your feet and press down with your big toe. Release your fingers and slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Bring your feet to the outer edge of your yoga mat and then let the legs windshield wiper side to side. Drop both knees over to the right. Stay there. Open your arms into a T. Spread your fingers. Maybe give them a little wiggle. Gaze over your left shoulder. Take one more breath. Slowly bring your knees through center. Drop them over to the left. Spread your arms out nice and wide. Give your fingers a little wiggle. Look over your right shoulder. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrapping your arms around your shins, give yourself a hug. You can stay here, or if you like to take a happy baby or a straddle pose, you can do any of those lovely, yummy end of class stretches. And then if there's anything we didn't get to tonight that you really need before you move into your Shavasana, you can go ahead and also explore that shape. And then when you're ready, extend your legs away from the center of your body. Extend your arms down by your side. Let the back of your head get heavy. I'll come around with some lavender oil for a little Shavasana adjustment. If you prefer that I do not do this for you, place one hand on your stomach and I'll know to respect your space. Start to slowly wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Reach your arms overhead, taking a big stretch from your fingertips to your toes. And then when you're ready, slowly roll onto one side. Taking a few breaths there, readjusting. And then when you're ready, press yourself back up to a seated position. Whatever is a comfortable seat for you. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. That's the life force moving around inside of you. Thank yourself for coming to practice this evening, doing this special thing just for you. And I thank you all for allowing me to lead you through your practice. Namaste.